Hey guys, how's it going? Today we'll be taking a look at the deck that I used in the recent GFC, the European one. I don't know which number it is exactly, but I'll leave the details and links in the description for the bracket. It was 7 rounds of Swiss, and I went 6-1, and then the cutoff was into the top 16, which unfortunately I lost the game. I lost the match, and essentially I ended up going 6-2 once again with this deck, just like my previous record. The last tournament it was about 140 players. This one was almost 100. It was, I believe, 97 players. Without further ado, let's get right into it. To start off with the monsters, we of course run Double Abyss Soldier. Now, just one thing really quick, you might think because this has more water monsters than usual, you may want to be discarding other water monsters for its effect, but typically this is not the case. You still want to just mainly use Sinister Serpent for its effect. It's just that in those, desperate moments, you might want to discard a different water monster. One Aqua Spirit. This is really the main difference between my current list with my previous list. In my previous list, I ran 2 copies of this card. But in my current list, I cut it down just to 1 because I found it to just brick too often. And I'll show you what I replaced it with later on. 1 Breaker, staple. Next up, Double Spy. Sometimes I want to play triple copies of this, but honestly, I think 2 is good enough. Next up, we have Double Faith. Way too good not to run. Next up is Double Mobius. Then we've got Double Mother Grizzly. And when it comes to this, really the main target is itself and Sinister Serpent. You really don't need any other copies, like a third copy of Mother Grizzly or another Mother Grizzly target apart from itself or Serpent. The other targets just simply aren't good enough. Then you have Sangan, Sinister Serpent, of course. We've got a Tribe Infecting Virus. That's it for the water monsters. So it's kind of half and half in Tsukuyomi. So yeah, it's kind of half and half split between water monsters and non-water monsters. For the spells, we got 1 Book of Moon. And then Double Creature Swap. This card you have to main deck it at 2 because the monster lineup is kind of weak. You don't really have an insane boss monster like BLS. So Creature Swap, you gotta max out on it. Next up, we have Delinquent Duo, Graceful Charity, Heavy Storm. By the way, this deck is in alphabetical order, and I'm going to provide a link to the Dueling Book deck if you want to copy it. And then, of course, we have the Triple Metamorphosis. One thing that might stand out is that I also main deck the Mind Control. But again, precisely because the monsters can be kind of underwhelming sometimes, especially dealing with Chaos decks. They run a lot of flips. They run Chaos monsters. You need to have extra ways to get rid of those Chaos monsters, as well as to take advantage of flips that you're not running. Not just taking their Magician of Faith or Spy, but also taking Dekoichi or something like that. 1 MST, sometimes I see this being cited out, but I think it has to be main decked in this one. I mean, so far it's been performing well. I don't have any complaints. Next up is Double Knock. 1 Pot of Greed. 1 Premature Burial. And of course, you got to have the Triple Scapegoat. And to round up the spells, you have, of course, the Snatch Steal. So basically, like I said, I had double Aqua Spirit, but I took out 1 copy, and I took it out for a main deck Mirror Force. In my previous list, I had this card in the side deck. I think this card is just too good not to be in the main deck. I don't know what I was thinking with 17 monsters and 2 Aqua Spirits. It didn't make a lot of sense. But Mirror Force makes so much more sense. And every time I would, side cards, I would always side this in. So instead of taking up a spot, I might as well just main deck it. And it's another way to get rid of threats. For the second trap, got Ring of Destruction. And to round out the traps, I have Triple Decree. I think Decree is, this is basically the MVP of the deck. I love this card. It's so good. But yeah, that's basically the main deck. For the side deck, we have double Assert Priest. And yeah, like I mentioned, the side deck is mostly different compared to the previous side deck. But honestly, this side deck is also going to change for sure. Double Zombira. Honestly, I can't really say anything about this card. I tried siding it in, but it never really saw much play. So can't really comment on its usefulness. I do actually side the second copy of Mind Control. It's just so good. I sided 2 Mystic Walks, never came up. I mean, this was mostly relevant to time, or, you know, if I was going to play against the burn deck, but I never played against any bird decks, so that basically wasn't helpful. 1 copy of Swords. I'm always on the fence about this card. Sometimes it's, you know, I think it's good. Sometimes I feel like it's not really doing much. Probably my favorite side deck card is Saku. This deck already does good against aggro decks, but, you know, basically when you bring in the Sakus, it's just so satisfying getting rid of their monsters. Then you got Torrential. And to round off the side deck, we have triple Trap Dust Shoot. Yeah, this card is, it's really good. It's really good, but I prefer having the Royal Decrees mained. And then for the fusions, I'm not really going to go over the fusions, but you basically just have the typical fusions that are legal in a good format. But yeah, basically that's it for the deck profile. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Super happy with the deck. I think it definitely deserves its spot in the rogue category. I wouldn't say this deck is like the best deck there is, but it clearly performs well. I don't really participate in tournaments because typically I don't have the time or even the desire, but I participated in 2 tournaments this year, and both tournaments I basically went 6-2 and essentially got top 16. So I feel like I definitely could have gotten top 8, and I think this deck could definitely top a tournament. So yeah, by all means, feel free to experiment with this deck. And if you have any ideas, do let me know as well so that I can experiment as well. And I'm going to keep trying to fine tune this deck and, you know, see if I can discover the best version possible. So that's basically it for this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.